5 rounds, slow fire with the stock trigger whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Brake trigger system. All right, on you, sir. Down and turn and face this way.
Okay.
All right, so what were your kind of initial thoughts between the two?
No, there's a definite difference between the two. The stock trigger, again, you don't feel like you have a lot of finger control on your tip of your finger, whereas your guys' system, you can definitely feel every single trigger pull from the reset all the way forward and back again. So you feel like your finger's stuck there. It's in that position. It's not going anywhere. So you have a lot more control.
Good. Well, let's try with gloves on. Go ahead and throw those gloves on and do it side by side and get your thoughts on. So whenever you're ready. Pressure brake on you. Well, what are your thoughts with the gloves?
I never used gloves because I wanted to make sure I had a total feel of the gun and control. But with this trigger system here, with gloves, you have control. You still have control. You can feel it. And mentally, it's given that image back to my hand-eye coordination, everything back, that my finger's where it needs to be.
So you did a 20-year law enforcement career.
Yes.
And so you shied away from using gloves just because?
Yeah, because you have to feel, no matter what the weather is, if it's 100 degrees outside and you're sweaty, you still need to be able to feel that gun and where your finger is on that trigger at all times. With this system, it doesn't matter if it's cold or hot, or if you have gloves on, you have complete control of knowing exactly where your finger's at. It's like giving you a mental perspective each and every trigger pull that your finger is exactly where it needs to be.
A nice tight group there, and so clearly, I guess one would say, well, you shoot good enough with a stock gun that you wouldn't need to upgrade, your weapon system to a trigger like this. And what would your response be to that?
Okay, so 20 years, right? I've been the minimalist guy that would have the most minimal amount of gear on my belt at any given time, because you can only train so much and know that weapon system that you have on your belt optimally, right? This, I never did upgrade any of my stuff, but for this, yes, feeling it, I would upgrade it, because if you have to grab your gun in the middle of the night and it's nighttime and you got your PJs on and that type of stuff, you know what I mean? You know exactly where your finger is, even with the night sights, right? So even in a situation like that, that's going to be a fast-acting, dynamic situation, you know exactly where you stand, because it puts that right amount of pressure that you know exactly where you're at. And mentally, you know whether it's go or no go. And you feel more comfortable putting the round down range, right? Because mentally, it's telling you you're good. It's right there.
So would it be fair to say that even with your current skill level, the pressure brake trigger system gives you more confidence as a shooter?
Absolutely. Mentally, yeah. Just in the short amount of time, we shot less than 60, 80 rounds. And there's a distinct difference between those two. And yeah, I feel more confident in this because, again, it's like the bell, right? Pavlov's, you know what I mean? It's training you like, here, you're there, you're there, you're there. Whereas this one, you're sliding around a lot within that. So it's a good system. I like it.